Our harvest of the month is coming up, and we're going to be having cauliflower as our produce harvest of the month. So today we're going to be doing our onion and garlic roasted cauliflower. And we're going to take some cauliflower, we've got some herbs and garlic and oil here, and we're going to show you how to put it together. Real easy recipe. First thing we're going to start off with is our cauliflower. You guys are probably going to get it at the schools in either a 2-pound bulk bag or a 5-pound bulk bag. For our curbside families, you'll probably get individually wrapped bags, but you can always just open those bags and do exactly what I'm going to show you. Now, here's the thing with cauliflower. Sometimes they'll come pretty large like this, but then sometimes you'll get them where they're a little smaller like this. Now, all you want to do in order to ensure even cooking, you want to go ahead and just kind of cut them to where they're kind of even in size. And then as you can see here, we've just cut them up to where they're kind of similar in size. So when we bake them, they're going to cook evenly. Some of our other ingredients that we're going to be using today, we've got olive oil. For our families at home, you can use canola oil, vegetable oil. We've also got salt. We've got the toasted onion and garlic seasoning. If you're cooking this at home and you can't find this, you can always use garlic powder, onion powder, and a little Italian seasoning. And then we've got some real lime juice. You can also substitute lemon juice. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. And like I said, I kind of pre-chopped our cauliflower, so I'm going to go ahead and toss that in there. And then we're going to go ahead and start adding our seasonings. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And like I said before, if you don't have olive oil at home, you can go ahead and do canola or vegetable oil. Next up is going to be our salt. And this recipe does not require a lot of salt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put in, let's see, we got just 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just a little bit. And we're just going to sprinkle that right on. And then we've got our toasted onion and garlic. This has no salt in it. So for the schools, you're okay if you go over just a little bit. We're calling for 2 tablespoons of this. If you're at home and you're making this recipe, once again, easy on the salt. We've also got our lime juice. That's going to add a little acidity to it, okay? So you don't want to go too heavy on the salt. So our toasted onion and garlic, and go ahead and get this open, and we're going to do 2 tablespoons. And then last but not least, we've got a little acid, a little lime juice. And we're going to go with 1 tablespoon. Okay, now all we're going to do with our gloves on, make sure you guys get that little extra seasoning off your measuring spoon too. And then we're just going to go in and we're going to make sure we coat this cauliflower really good. You want to make sure every piece has some seasoning on it, some oil. It smells wonderful. This is actually a recipe created by Chef Juanita. And as you can see, I'm going in and making sure this cauliflower is very well coated all over. At the schools with our convection ovens, you're going to want to cook this at 350 for 25 minutes. If you're cooking this at home, you can also cook it in your regular oven. You can do 400 degrees for 25 minutes. All right, so we've got this nice and coated, and we've got a sheet pan here lined with parchment. And we're just going to take our cauliflower and just lay it out. You want to give it a little space. Don't crowd it up so much because you want the air to circulate so that the cauliflower gets nice and crispy. And you want it to actually roast instead of bake or steam. And once again, we're going to let it go at 350 for 25 minutes.